There's plenty of boys. There's plenty of boys. She didn't have to take the one that you liked, you know? Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Audrey. I post videos on here about college, lifestyle, vlogs, musical theater, because I'm a musical theater major, fashion, just all the things. And now I will be adding a series called the Girl Help Hotline. So this series is based off of my TikTok series called the Girl Help Hotline, but this is going to be answering your actual questions instead of me just making up skits in my room. I decided to do this because so many of you requested for it to be a real thing, and I was like, how could I make it a real thing? Oh yeah, YouTube videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this video, please hit the like button down below because it really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm and it lets me know if you guys like these type of videos and if I should keep making them. So on my most recent TikTok, I put a comment saying, should I make this a YouTube series? Send me your questions. And I received a ton of DMs with your questions and they will all be anonymous. I will not say any names that you tell me. I won't say your name. I won't say names of people that you sent me. Nothing. This is completely anonymous and just me giving my candid advice. I haven't read any of them. Like I just have seen like, hey, I have a question, whatever. This is all just straight up my first impression saying this is what I would do in this situation or this is the advice that I would give my friends. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. This is not professional advice. This is just girl to girl talk. Like I said, I am going to make this a series. So if you enjoy this video and you are having something that you are struggling with and need help or advice on, just send me an Instagram DM and that is the best way that I will see it. TikTok DMs, I don't really check as much just because it's literally just like overwhelmed by 12-year-old boys sending me like Fortnite videos. So Instagram DM is your best bet if you want your question answered. And most of the time I will get to all of them. I'm not seeing anything overwhelming right now. So without further ado, let's do the first Girl Help Hotline, but like real edition. So first question says, I don't know if you'll see this, but I need help with a guy. He is a year older than me and we just vibe really well together. He flirts in class a lot and will go out his way to come say hi and talk to me all class. I've heard from other people that talk to him that he likes me, but he doesn't want a relationship, commitment issues because of past relationships that I don't know about. We are seeing a movie on Tuesday. I invited him and I don't know how I go about him and the movie. And we have talked and agreed it wasn't a date because he doesn't want a relationship. All right, so what I'm taking from this is you are a little bit younger than me and I remember these days. You invited him to the movie. You don't really know how to go about the movie and him and all the things. Okay, so when you're this young, like, I need you to just remember you are so young and it's so hard to like grasp that fact when you are that young. But this is an opportunity for you to just have fun. From what you told me, it definitely seems like he likes you, but we also don't want to be with guys that don't really want to like date us, but we also don't want to be with guys that aren't actually obsessed with us. Boys are gonna be like that when they're younger, even to when they are 21 and even 25. Who knows, you know? Like they will always have these issues. Some of them will grow up faster than others. I remember with a lot of my friends in middle school and high school, you would be really good friends with someone and just be friends, but be kind of flirty, and then they would end up dating and they had a really long, great relationship. So keep going with what you're doing and don't take it too seriously. The next question says, hey girl, I see your Girl Help Hotline videos and I need help. So basically my ex-boyfriend is trying to get me back and he cheated on me like 5 times and he is begging me to take him back. So cheating is not just one mistake. Let's be clear about that. Cheating is a trickle down of many different mistakes. It is talking to someone else or going and getting their number, getting their Snapchat, then talking to them, flirting with them, then being touchy with them, and then kissing them, and then, you know, it can get to other things as well. And it's not one mistake and one act of disrespect. It is so many acts of disrespect in just one session, I guess you would call it. It is never ever okay. It's just not okay. Like I have been cheated on, I'll tell you the story another time. Maybe. I have been cheated on before and I'm not okay with that. And I legitimately packed my bags, like legitimately took my clothes, put them in a bag and went to the train station because I was like, absolutely not. We don't take that. And if they have cheated on you more than once, there is no reason that you should want to be with them because they are just showing you so much disrespect. And what do you think they're gonna do down the line? What is going to change? What in their mind is going to change if they've already done that to you so many times and they know that they can get you back if they keep doing it to you, right? So think about that and don't answer him, girl. It's not worth it. Oh, here we have a long one. This is a story. In the context of this message, I am assuming that you are either in middle school or high school, so I am responding accordingly. Okay, so this question says, basically I had a crush on this guy for like 3 months and I flirted with him in class and talked to him and all of that, and then one day I heard something about him talking to this girl and she was my friend and she knew I liked him and I was really confused. So I went up to the girl and I was like, hey, I don't like him anymore. Can you just tell me if it's true or not? And I was completely lying. And she was like, well, I added him on Snap and he called me cute a couple times and I just never thought to mention it, but then last night I started talking to him about like deep stuff and he asked me out and I said, then date him, and she was like, I just don't know where my feelings are. Also, the day before this happened, I was telling her about me and him talking in class, and she was like, OMG, that's so good, he definitely likes you. And now they are dating, and I don't know if I should keep being friends with her. No. So as you're growing up, you're going to run into these kind of people that are just really unkind and not there for you. And if they're not there for you then, they're not gonna be there for you later. And they will f you over later in life as well if they're doing this like over something so silly. There's plenty of boys. There's plenty of boys. She didn't have to take the one that you liked, you know? But the way that you handle that is not being like, I hate you, I'm not being friends with you anymore, you're the worst, bye. Like, all you really have to do is just kind of stop communication, don't really hang out with her as much, and don't give him the time of day either, because it's also not just her fault. Like, if he was engaging with you and kind of showing that he liked you and giving you the wrong impression, then it's also his fault, you know? You know what I mean? I would cut both of those people out of your life because we don't like them. Here is the next question. So it says, hey bestie, so I met this guy back in June and I stayed with him for 3 to 4 days. It was nothing serious. However, 2 weeks ago we met again in a party and we made out again. I like him, but we don't talk. What should I do? Sometimes this is hard because if you don't get somebody's Snapchat or their number and nobody in your circle really knows them, then what are you to do? I would say if you know someone who has his Snapchat or number, if it's Snapchat, better, because then you can add him. Don't send him anything, but then late at night, do a little typing in the chat and then don't send anything. That will give him the notification that you were typing, but then you never actually send anything. And then it puts you in the forefront of his mind. And then you're just like, hi. So then if he does want to hang out with you, he will probably reach out because you are on his mind now. And you clearly were looking at his Snapchat or whatever. And that's just how boys think. They're like, oh my God, she was checking up on me. Like, maybe I should ask her to hang out. And then he will. But if somebody only has his number, then you can get his number and add it in your phone and then text him being like, oh, it was great seeing you the other night. This is so-and-so. And then that could start a conversation and then maybe lead to you seeing him again. Oh, this one's good. This question says, what happens when you get with your guy best friend of 2 years and now it's just messy? We snap once a day when we used to a lot, like constantly. Also, he got with a girl in my sorority, but she didn't know. And now it's just one thing after another and he keeps apologizing, but doesn't want a relationship, but loves me, and I just don't know. Also, he's not that cute. This is hard, but I will say if he wanted to, he would. You guys would probably hook up more than once. If that happened and was like a drunk hookup, that might have been all it was. And I know that's horrible to hear, but I don't want you wasting your precious time and energy worrying and wondering over someone that isn't giving you what you need and giving you the time of day and giving you the attention and love that you deserve. My boyfriend and I started out as best friends, and it was very clear when we were not friends anymore and went into the territory of, oh, now we are potentially going to become a couple, and then we did become a couple. But he never backtracked and was like, no, I just want to stay friends, because in the end, we wanted to be together. I do think that guys are pretty transparent when it comes to that. Like, if they want to be with you, they will usually express that, unless it's just like some weird situation. But unfortunately, usually they will express it and let you know. And if it's not apparent that they like you, then the chances are they probably don't. And I know that sucks to hear, but it's just the truth, and it's just what I've experienced going through life, going through high school and college. Sometimes they will choose to play games and be hard to get, but if it's somebody who really loves you as a person and you want to keep them in your life, then by all means keep them in your life. But if he wanted to be with you, he would. But you're going to meet that person that likes you and wants a relationship with you and is obsessed with you and literally is like, oh my God, I love you and want to be with you every single second of every day. And then you will understand and look back and be like, Audrey, you were right. He didn't like me. Or he didn't, you know, have those feelings for me. I'm sure that it's not that he doesn't like you. He probably loves you, but as a friend, and he looks at you in that way. And sometimes that's just the fact of the matter. And there's nothing we can do about it except move on, level up, and get boys that are cuter and nicer. And also, you said he's not that cute. So why are we bothering? Why are we bothering? He's not that cute. He's literally not that cute. Let's not stress over boys that aren't that cute, okay? Okay. We have another one. I went to visit my cousin and I met his best friend. Now I follow him on Instagram. Then my sister and his sister went out, and his sister said that she wanted to meet this girl. Oh, this is juicy. She wanted to meet this girl that his brother hadn't stopped talking about. She asked who, and she said my name. When she said that she was my sister, then his sister changed the subject. She told me this and told me to like a photo of him, so I did. Then nothing happened. I flew back to my city and told my best friend this, and while we were drunk, she texted him from my Instagram account. I deleted the messages as soon as I could. Then I was blocked. Now I'm moving to my cousin's city and I don't know what to do, because obviously we are going to see each other at some point and I still like him. Help, please. What? That's like psychopath behavior. I don't know. That's just kind of weird. If somebody was telling their sister all about you and then all of a sudden they just block you, no, I've literally experienced people like that and it's never worked out, and they've never been people that I actually ever want to be with. So I would say if you're going to be in the same city, be agreeable, say hello, but don't give him the time of day if he even tries, because that is just weird. Honestly, like, similar things have happened to me and it's super weird, and it's not with anybody you actually want to be with. So I would say stop wasting your energy on him, and you'll find a new, cuter guy in this new city that you are moving to, and you'll forget all about him. So don't even worry about it. Here's a good one. What do I do if I have a crush on someone and we text but like friends and he hits on my best friend? Here's the thing. I've had guys who hit on my friends because they're flirtatious, but then I've had guys hit on my friends because they literally just like my friends and not me. And I think that you just have to decipher the difference. If they like you and they are flirting with your best friend, disrespectful. And if they don't like you but they're flirting with your best friend, then that's just a little hurtful. To be honest with you, with the texting thing, I would genuinely stop texting him, because he probably knows that you have an interest in him and then is blatantly flirting with your best friend. So I would just stop texting him and then see how he reacts, because then he'll probably start giving you more attention. But we don't want boys who don't actually want us in the beginning, because then they come back with the wrong intentions. It's really just for their ego boost. And why would we boost their ego? Why would we do that? That's kind of silly. I got you, girlfriend. Don't give him the time of day, but it's also not your friend's fault. don't blame it on her. The last but not least question is, me and this guy have been talking for almost 6 months at college. We spend the night together almost every night, but he won't make me his girlfriend, and he will leave me undelivered for hours some days, but some days he's perfectly fine. This kind of happened last year with me and my boyfriend before we ever started dating, and I really wasn't sure where his head was at. I didn't know if he wanted to be with me, and I would try to have those conversations, but he was a little closed off about it. And I find out later, he wasn't sure if I wanted to date, so he kind of had a wall up. I mean, I also did, but I didn't know that he also felt that way, and that could have been something that could have been talked about much sooner. So if you are wondering where he's at, there really is no harm in trying to have a conversation, especially if you've been hooking up and are together all the time and have been for so long. So I would definitely try to have a conversation with him about it. If you have and that was his response, then I think that you should stop giving him as much of your time and energy. Don't be so available, because boys will really take advantage of that. And once you stop being so available, he is definitely going to be replying more often and trying to see you even more. But if he doesn't do that and isn't responding to your vibe shift, he might just not be the guy for you, and that's okay. I've been filming for 46 minutes now, so I am going to hop off, but thank you guys so much for sending me your questions. If you have one that you want to send in, please just send it to my Instagram at audreytrullinger, and I will put that right here. Also, if you want me to do an edition of the Help Hotline where I talk about things like the products that have helped me with my hair and like just things that help all around and help us girls, let me know. I would be glad to do that, and send me questions about that stuff as well. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I can't wait to make more, and I will see you guys in my next video.